Hi there, folks. Welcome back to Mossy Roots Farm. So, let's discuss for a moment what kind of breed you should pick if you're going to get a cow. You know, we got food covered, we got water covered, we got some sort of a barn covered. Let's pick a breed. Well, I can show you one. Irish dexters. This little cutie patootie is named Lucky Cow, and she's a dexter, and she loves love, as you see by the fact that I'm touching it and it's not running from me. This one has an attitude. I think it's because she's a redhead and she really enjoys running from us and being a brat on certain occasions, and then she likes being a good show moo-moo. So Irish dexters, I could talk about them. I have them. Why we choose them is they are automatically small framed. It is extremely difficult to find a 2,000-pound Irish dexter. And if you can find a 2,000-pound Irish dexter, hi, Remy, can I help you? They are generally not purebred dexter. They are generally some cross, which is also not a bad thing. Crosses can be very helpful and very good for an operation. But they are generally a cross. Excuse me. So the reason we chose dexters, they're extremely docile. This is Mr. Murphy. He's the bully bull. He's very nosy. He's come to say hi and attempt to eat me because he thinks I have a cube, which I do not. I did not bring any. I apologize. And his son Remy is coming up behind of me thinking I'm giving Dad a cube when I'm not. Dad's just eating me. But this is our herd bull. And you see, he's not aggressive. Now, he won't leave me alone. Yes, I know, you won't leave me alone. But I could come up here and I can touch his back quarter and he doesn't even turn to look at me. I could pet his belly and he just then turns to look at me and say, hey now. So that's why I want Irish dexters. The bulls are extremely docile. The cows are extremely docile. This bull comes up about my waist, a little higher. Quit eating me, please, sir. Thank you. And so he would be on the bigger side because a traditional dexter is closer to like 34 to 38 inches tall. 44 is the height limit for a purebred. And I don't even want to say that's the height limit because the registries don't come out and actually like measure. So I could have a dexter that weighs 2,000 pounds be registered, but that's beside the point. That is one of the reasons we choose them. The other reason is they can be dual purpose. A lot of folks will use them as a, quote, homestead cow, and we'll come over here to Miss Lucky. If she's not being a pain in the tushy, maybe she'll allow this to happen. But they are dual purpose, so not only are they a great beef breed, but let's see if we can get a picture of her udder here. Now, her calf is technically in the barn, but she's also feeding Red Magic, which is a whole interesting story for Lucky. So you see here, in the field, nothing tied to her, and she let me touch her udder, and she didn't run away from me. So you want the docileness plus the ability to have milk. They are extremely beefy. Now, there is something to look out for. It's called chondrodysplasia. It is a ligament genetic disease. Some dexters have it, like Lucky here. Some do not. But some, like Lucky, are extremely fat. You would think by looking at her, she is 9 months pregnant with twins. And that would be a lie. Her child is 5 months old, so if she's bred, she's only 3 months along. But she will look 9 months pregnant the day after she's born. So, chondrodysplasia is something to be worried about. Horns is something to be worried about, but most cattle, I feel, have horns. But you can get them polled, like Miss Lucky Cow was polled. But they're extremely beefy dual purpose. They do have chondrodysplasia. They do have PHA, or the potential to have it in the breed. They have horns, like Miss River down here. But they are generally a smaller size, which makes it fantastic because whereas if you had a Holstein or an Angus, you could only have like 1 per acre and a half or 2 acres, depending on your carrying capacity for your area. But for us, we can have 1 dexter, you know, because she's small, which I don't know if River will let me come up and pet her. She's our little bit more flighty girl. I don't know if she's getting stuck in the mud or if she maybe has something in her toes. But that is one thing. They are very low maintenance. So we do not do hoof trims out here, even for the mamas and the bully bulls. So that is fantastic. We do not do any vaccine protocol or antibiotic protocol, so that's fantastic. We do not have regular vet checkups. We have Mr. Bully Bull to do the breeding, so we don't have to worry about anything like that. So Irish Dexters overall are just a good, fun little breed with a few things to watch out for, depending on who you believe. Chondrodysplasia kills a cow instantly, which is not true. She is chondropositive, and so is Lucky, and they're still alive. But good breed. Now, I also have Jerseys, so I can discuss them super duper quick. Jerseys are a dairy breed, and Mr. Pickles here will show you. He's going to look a lot different than these beef cows. He's really sunken in right here, even though he has access to good, clean, cold water that tastes delicious, by the way, because it's from our spring. And he has access to a round bale up there, which I don't know that you can see behind Mr. Bully Bull. Don't you be spunky. So he's just going to look a little different because he is a Jersey. But he is doing really well on grass. He's not had grain unless it was when he was really young, and then you give him a little bit of grain to just make sure that they stay alive, because Jerseys like to prematurely end their lives by doing stupid things like getting their heads stuck in a gate that you didn't think they could even get their heads in, or laying in a food trough and not being able to get out because they're too stupid to just stand up and end their existence that way. Yes, thank you. Very dumb of them. But these are also good. The good thing about Jerseys is they are cheap. Dexters can be found cheap. They can also not be cheap. It just depends on what your desire is. But overall, guys, I think a Dexter would be a perfect breed to start out with. They're easier. They don't eat a whole lot because they're smaller. They do stupid things still, like try and ride their brothers. You're a boy and he's a boy, and neither of you have boy parts. So why? And they are really great on poor quality, low quality forages. None of these guys here, but Miss Lucky Mama was eating straw when we picked her up from the previous owners. So they will survive on that. That's a little bit about Irish Dexters. That's why we love them. That's why we have them. I can go into more details if you guys are interested on certain parts and pieces of that. I know that there's a lot more information to be put out there, but just some tidbits for you. So anyhow, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one.